The worst year for a lot of us for our mental as well as physical health. So joining us this morning is best-selling author, coach Lisa Goldenthal.
Hello and welcome. I'm Lisa G, your host. You're at the top of your game, yet the game is changing faster than ever. Strategies that got you here aren't the ones that'll keep you here. The pressure is relentless, and the fear of obsolescence looms large. That's why I'm here. Welcome to the new podcast series, Disrupted: How to Be Gritty and Unlock Performance in Business, Mindset, Wellness, and Success to help you master disruption.
Thanks for coming, and I'll see you soon.
So, hey everyone, welcome. I'm Lisa G, and I'm so excited to welcome you to the WholeCEO with Lisa G show live. Today's topic is all about how to master communication, motivation, and transform your team's performance with EQ skills. Let's be honest. Have you ever felt like you're trying to steer a ship through a storm, but no matter how hard you try, the waves keep crashing in and your crew is losing faith? You're doing everything by the book, but somehow things still feel out of control. Sound familiar these days? If that resonates with you, let me know in the comments. And first things first, drop a comment. Tell me where you're tuning in from. I'm here in Kennewick. Are you live or catching me on the replay? And if you find this valuable, share it with your network. Let's start a movement. Here's the deal. We're living in an era of constant disruption, economic shifts, rapid technological advances, evolving expectations. It all feels like it's happening at once. And here we are, expected to lead with strength, to be the guide that our team looks to in the midst of the storm. I know it's not easy, especially for those of you affected by the recent hurricanes. My heart goes out to you. But the true key to navigating turbulent times isn't just about having the perfect strategy or the sharpest technological skills. It's something more fundamental, something more human, emotional intelligence, EQ. So drop a comment in here. I want to hear from you. As Daniel Goleman, the pioneer of emotional intelligence, once said, in leadership, emotional intelligence counts twice as much as IQ and technical skills combined. So today we're diving into how mastering EQ can transform not just your leadership, but also your team's performance, especially when the waters are getting tough these days. So let's start with a story of a leader you all know, Phil Jackson, the legendary NBA coach who guided the Chicago Bulls and the LA Lakers to 11 NBA championships. But what's fascinating isn't just his tactical genius on the court, it's how he used emotional intelligence to motivate some of the most talented yet challenging personalities in sports at the time. Michael Jordan was immensely talented, but initially it was all about Michael. Kobe Bryant, my favorite, was a young superstar with huge potential, but he had difficulty blending into the team dynamic at first. Phil Jackson brought these players together using EQ. He deeply understood each player, communicated with empathy, and built trust-based relationships. He didn't just coach, he connected. Jackson used Zen philosophies, encouraged introspection, and built a culture where players weren't just playing for themselves. They were playing for each other. He understood their fears, egos, and motivations, and used that understanding to transform them into an unstoppable unit. Phil Jackson's success wasn't just about plays and tactics. It was about understanding human dynamics, fostering trust, and connecting emotionally. That's the power of EQ. It takes raw talent and turns it into peak performance. So let's dive into the importance of EQ and communication for executives. Now let's bring it back to you, our high-level leaders. I know that keeping your team motivated, especially when everyone feels disconnected, overwhelmed, or uncertain, can be one of the hardest parts of leadership. We have all been there, trying to inspire people who just seem too drained to care these days. Take Jeff Bezos. During Amazon's early days, the dot-com bubble burst and Amazon's future was anything but certain. Bezos didn't dismiss his team's fears. Instead, he used emotional intelligence. He listened deeply, responded with empathy, and provided a vision so they could believe in him. He showed them a way forward, and that emotional connection helped Amazon weather the storm. Remember, EQ isn't just about making everyone feel good. It's about delivering real results. I want to hear from you. Let me know your thoughts. Leaders who connect emotionally with their teams create an environment where people thrive, even when everything is so uncertain. My favorite Maya Angelou quote said, "People will forget what you said, people will forget what you did, but people will never forget how you made them feel." If you want your team to follow you through thick and thin, they need to feel valued, understood, and inspired. So let's jump into my 3 practical steps for developing EQ and motivating teams. With number 1, active listening. I know we've all heard about active listening, but are we really practicing it? It means listening not just with your ears, but also with your eyes and your heart. Are you truly understanding what your team is saying, and more importantly, what they're not saying? Satya Nadella transformed Microsoft's culture by doing just that. He listened actively, empathized, and responded thoughtfully. That took Microsoft from being stagnant to one of the most empathetic and successful cultures in tech. And number 2, respond, don't react. In times of uncertainty, knee-jerk reactions are natural, but a true leader's strength is in their response. Think about Barack Obama. He was famous for his calm demeanor under immense pressure. He would pause, assess, and then respond in a way that fostered trust and collaboration. Mastering that pause, understanding emotions at play, and responding with intention is the mark of a great leader. And finally, number 3, celebrate small wins. When times are tough, we often forget to celebrate, but those small wins keep your team motivated. Richard Branson is a master at this. He goes out of his way to acknowledge even the smallest contributions. This builds loyalty, commitment, and a culture of high performance. Celebrating wins isn't just about a pat on the back. It's about reinforcing the value of your team's effort. So drop your thoughts in here. Navigating turbulent times isn't just about having all the answers. It's about being the kind of leader who brings out the best in their people when they need it the most. It's about mastering emotional intelligence, listening, understanding, communicating, and inspiring. When you master EQ, you create an environment where your team can rise above the chaos, where they're motivated and ready to give their best because you understand them. Let me know if you agree in the comments, and if anything I've shared today resonates with you and you're curious about how you can transform your leadership and your team's performance, let's connect. Leave me a comment, send me a message. I'm always here to have these conversations. And I am passionate about helping leaders who want to elevate their impact. Remember, true leadership isn't just about steering the ship through the storm. It's about guiding your crew with 3 C's: clarity, compassion, and unwavering confidence. You don't have to do it alone. Let's make it happen. I'm Lisa G. Thanks for stopping by. Don't forget to follow, like, and share this with your network. And remember, EQ is not a luxury. It's an essential leadership tool for transformation.